onto the high ground, dropping down, trying to pull O2 Blast into their clutches and then rip them apart. But as we know, O2 Blast, very solid 3-3 team themselves as well.
Yeah, and also that we could see Hisu come back in map 4 as he is that sniper specialist. And he also had a pretty cool Bastion on Paris, which teams will have to keep their eye on for that specific strategy, as Runaway on the high ground, like you said, can pick that engagement.
And on top of that, I mean, Kaiser, he was a standout in the playoffs, but Mag equalizing in that field of play for sure. They're dropping already.
Oh, yeah, they just cornered them in this corner, and you can see that Kaiser is already low. And he almost got booped forward. Thankfully, he didn't get picked yet. Rotations towards the left. Runaway is going to meet them there. Again, we're wondering how much energy these Zaryas have, what cooldowns do each team have, because that will really direct how these teams and when these teams are going to engage. And now you can see that Runaway, because Mag got low, O2 Blast went a little bit farther forward. But in the neutral fight now, both teams waiting to get their ultimates online. Mag managed to get a few more swings in during the neutral fight, so he'll be so close to Shatter, and it's up to O2 Blast to see if they know they have it.
He can catch them off guard just like he did back on Shrine of the Paul. And if he does that, O2 Blast, I don't know if they're going to be able to stay alive on this point. They don't have this first tick just yet.
The Shatter from Mag, I think, yeah, he still managed to get Proper, although Pelican went for the stun, but the grab is still at the ready from Proper. He throws it out, Runaway, counter it with the Transcendence, just trying to keep their shield up, stay nice and protected. They catch someone behind them, but O2 Blast expose them. They go for a Shatter, doesn't get anything. Still a free take for O2 Blast. Now they've used their barrier. Not really much left in the tank after that. But now Runaway have to take this space back. It'll be with the self-destruct at the back. See if they catch some support lines or even force bad rotations, as it'll be up to Yaki. See if we can divide this fight with the Graviton as Runaway. See if they take a bit of a high ground. They're a bit split right now. O2 Blast about to take the second tick. It's been very slow, but swings away, catches Gangnam Jin and Krong! It's another grab. Yaki was looking to set that up. He took so much time to throw it out.
Not only that, but Kaiser, he's got the Shatter and he's going to lay it out. Proper on the floor, but they're not getting the kill just yet.
One was down, the shield is up. Transcendence from O2 Blast, just keeping them nice and stable as QQ went into the back by himself to contest the point, so they didn't get that final take, but there's nothing else Runaway can do. O2 Blast will look like they get the point, but the Transcendence engage from Runaway despite being down 2. Pretty confident and risky, will not pay off.
Runaway, though, at least happy that after investing the Transcendence from Gangnam Jin, they pulled out the Graviton after that as well. So now O2 Blast, you can see them going up onto the high ground, trying to deny Runaway that opportunity. And that's going to be important for them to actually push this payload through this choke point without the threat of Runaway going forward and catching them. But O2 Blast, because they committed that Graviton in that last fight, now not going to have that option. Going to have to make sure, though, that they ward Proper off. Otherwise, he's just going to catch up.
Oh, Runaway playing pretty aggressive on this car, going for the Shatter. The bubble only protects the Zarya, but look at that peel from Kaiser. Stands in front of his Brig, and the barrier from O2 Blast just in case. But now big advantage for O2 Blast, taking care of that mech. They can go forward. They run over Mag and the rest. Yaki with high energy gets his grab, not able to turn the fight for them. O2 Blast can advance.
Gonna be walking it on forward, Proper 59%. Otherwise, though, Runaway with an advantage here. And now looking to try to combo out as well if they can. They need to put a stop to O2 Blast. They peeled off a lot of the time bank in that first point A stall, but have to be able to come up with a fight win here. Restabilize if they can. Now O2 Blast, Proper once again on the high ground, trying to build up that Graviton, but it's going to be Runaway.
We see a bit of a sneaky shot from Kaiser using a payload, not getting anything, but Runaway using everything. Barrier, rally, grab. As Krong is the one that comes out ahead with one. QQ clears the cart with his own, forces O2 Blast into the bar. So O2 Blast now only have the grab to set up. They at least managed to dodge the Shatter from Mag, and now Proper throws out the grab. Runaway have the Transcendence ready. Both these teams are matching ultimates almost perfectly until the last second as the dust clears. It is O2 Blast that stand tall behind the Shatter of Kaiser, and they'll be able to inch further closer to point B.
O2 Blast just stampeding through Hollywood at the moment, unchecked by Runaway, who cannot get a fight win notched in their belt at the moment. And now you'll see O2 Blast sending a couple of members forward, trying to get a little bit of ult charge from the close spawns here, but you can see Runaway, they're all there now, so not going to be able to get anything done, at least through that. And O2 Blast setting things up at the moment. This cart's going to start going through, and they need to start setting up their win condition of the self-destruct going through that doorway.
And Kron can make a ton of space with it, and already pressuring them down, but Mag gets 3 down. Transcendence in time from Youngbong, but not enough to save Pelican. Too high energy. Yaki be leading the way, along with Mag, sending O2 Blast back. But again, this felt more like a neutral fight to them. Both teams trying to get their grabs and the rest of their ultimates online.
So Runaway able to stave off O2 Blast for now, but still not ahead enough to be comfortable in this next fight. In terms of the economy, the ultimates in favor of O2 Blast for the time being, but Runaway could sway that if Lee Jae-gung can get his sound barrier up in time.
There's a grab first from Runaway, barrier to match it, self-destruct from Krong, and defense as O2 Blast haven't dropped anyone. Now it's their turn to fight back. The shatter grab, so many things thrown back, and this is the same thing I've said before, ults match for ults, no one died. This is perfect plays from both teams, but really Runaway is benefiting by taking the time off the clock, as no real resets from either team. Will be back to neutral to work towards ultimates, as Runaway starting to collapse onto O2 Blast, getting them low, taking care of the mech and more, but Proper with his energy able to defend his team, and now O2 Blast can move forward.
Youngbong actually committing late that Transcendence, so he's going to fall behind Gangnam Jin a little bit, but it allows them to get ahead in that fight and enable Proper, as you were saying, to just find value there, just playing fully aggressive to try to get this Graviton up and online for O2 Blast. They're going to need that for this next fight here, and they have to cleave hard into this one, otherwise Runaway can turn it around.
Oh, it's actually a pretty close defense from Runaway. O2 Blast thought they could sneak towards the left, but insta-punish, losing 2 supports early. That's a really dead fight for O2 Blast in the last minute, coming down to their last push as well.
So O2 Blast with 1 go left in their tank. We do see O2 Blast, you know, they got warded off there. Runaway was able to get that early pick, and that was super important for them because otherwise O2 Blast, with the advantage and economy that they had going into that fight, now can equalize a little bit. Yaki at 94% to match O2 Blast here. It's going to be grab for grab in this last fight.
Oh, Yaki just poking out so he can get that grab online. They're playing defensively so far, O2 Blast. How are they going to combine this? Krong self-destruct, make the space. You have the grab, but the Transcendence is there to counter, so O2 Blast have to think this one clearly and also not get caught off guard by Runaway, who could just play far forward, like aggressive, and catch those supports like they did in the last fight. So now it's the couple last seconds remaining. O2 Blast, it's their time to go. In overtime, they also have to keep touching the cart. Can't lose anyone here as Runaway poking a little bit. Catch any supports as Transcendence early. O2 Blast using that to engage. They only will have the barrier against the grab, but Kaiser getting out ahead with the shatter. Lee Jae-gung using barrier. Transcendence to overlap. O2 Blast, both teams out of ultimates, and Runaway now have their supports vulnerable, and including QOQ, who was cornered. So O2 Blast now have all the picks they need to start pressuring these spawn doors. In overtime, there's that VIP parking lot. They will finish the map.
And despite losing Proper's grab, QOQ found it with the defense matrix. O2 Blast still able to close that one out, get that final point unlocked. Yes, it was in overtime, but getting that 3rd point, it's going to be huge. Now we can see if they're going to be able to play just as cleanly on defense here as they did on those first opening stages of offense. But you can see this right here where Proper was going to go for the counter grab. As soon as it came out, QQ caught it, and still O2 Blast coming out ahead.
Both these divas have been on their game. We've seen so many grabs eat in this series, and both ultimates being matched. It's grab for grab, barely anyone is dying, and it almost was the shatter from Kaiser that really started the momentum for them. But O2 Blast, they also take their sweet time to start. They almost wait for Runaway to act first, and that's why that took it till overtime for them to actually engage first, which at least, although they got their grab eaten, they were able to focus on the shatter helping them out.
Yeah, not only that, but you lose your grab, You don't even have the Transcendence in that fight. You go one support ult, you go Sound Barrier versus Sound Barrier and Transcendence against Runaway, and even still you're able to win that one out. So good execution from O2 Blast to be able to come out ahead in that one. Now though, here on the defense, you can see O2 Blast setting up the standard approach here for the 3-3 defense of point A on Hollywood. This is what you always see teams go for. And inevitably, Runaway will see this and will likely go through security, likely try to pull Runaway down. And when that does happen, it's going to come down to those mid-fight rotations, seeing where O2 Blast and Runaway end up, who has high ground control, who can leave their Zarya up there to be safe, maintain that high level of energy so that they can get the grab quicker and maybe just win a fight through that.
As you said, rotations and security. And both teams, actually Krong there, just to kind of disperse them, see if they can force a bad formation so that they can collapse on that also without losing Meg. But Kaiser is so low, he has to go into stairs by himself. And that's where Runaway could run after him. But now they're starting